day everyone, welcome to Math with Teacher Justin. On today's topic, we're going to talk about discriminant and nature of roots of our quadratic function. Alright, let's talk about discriminant and nature of roots. Now, when we say the word roots, we are still referring to the zeros or the x-intercept of our quadratic function. Okay, so when we say nature of roots, we will be identifying what type of zeros are we going to have. Are we going to have two x-intercepts, one x-intercept, or no x-intercept at all? Are we going to have real zeros or imaginary zeros? Are we going to have rational zeros or irrational zeros? Let's discuss how to identify the nature of our roots. So, in identifying the nature of roots, we need a little formula. Now, do you still recognize this formula? This is our quadratic formula when we solve for the zeros of our quadratic function. In order for us to identify the nature of roots, we're going to use the discriminant. Now, the discriminant is not the whole equation, but instead it is the one inside the radical symbol. It is b squared minus 4ac in your quadratic formula. So, our discriminant will be the one to determine the number of real solutions in our quadratic equation or function. It will also tell us whether those solutions are either rational or irrational numbers. So here are the steps in finding the discriminant. So first, we need to identify the values of a, b, and c from our standard form. Okay, then we substitute the values of our a, b, and c to the formula b squared minus 4ac. Okay, and then from there, after getting the discriminant, we can now identify the nature of our roots. So we're going to identify if it is greater than 0, equal to 0, or less than 0. If it is greater than 0, we must check if it is a perfect square. So if your discriminant is a perfect square number, we can say that we have two real numbers that are rational and they will be unequal. Okay? So we will have two different values of x that will be real number and it will be rational numbers. Okay? Now, what if it is not a perfect square number? So, we will have two real numbers that are irrational and also unequal. So, we will encounter irrational numbers or radical expressions in our zeros. Now, what if it is equal to 0? Okay, so we will have a real number, a rational number, and also equal roots. So, this will be the type of parabola that will have a vertex along the x-axis. And last one, if our discriminant is less than 0, then we will have two imaginary numbers that are unequal. We are expecting that our parabola will not pass through our x-axis. Okay? Our zeros of our quadratic function will be the one with the imaginary unit. So let's have some examples in identifying the discriminant and nature of roots of our quadratic function. Let's have our first example for today. For example, we're going to find the discriminant and the nature of root of this quadratic function. So first step is for us to find the discriminant by identifying the values of a, b, and c. Okay, so our value of a is 1, our b is -1, and c is -12. And let's substitute this to the formula of our discriminant, b squared minus 4ac. Okay, substituting that, simplifying this, we will have 1 plus 48. Then simplifying that, we have d is equal to 49. We have our discriminant. Let's identify if it is greater than 0, equal to 0, or less than 0. So automatic, it is greater than 0. We have to identify whether this is a perfect square number or not. Is this a perfect square number? Yes, it is a perfect square number. Therefore, the nature of our root, we will have two real numbers that are rational and unequal roots. Okay, let's have another example. So for example, we're going to find the discriminant and the nature of roots of this quadratic function. So first step is to find the discriminant of this quadratic function. So we need to get the values of our a, b, and c. So our a is 2, our b is -3, our c is -7. We will substitute this value to our formula, b squared minus 4ac. Now, let's simplify. Okay, we will have 9 plus 56. Combining like terms, we will have d is equal to 65. Now, let's identify if it is greater than 0, equal to 0, or less than 0. So, this will be greater than 0. Let's check whether it is a perfect square number or not. So, 65, is that a perfect square number? So, it's not a perfect square number. Therefore, our nature will be, we will have two real numbers that are irrational and we will have unequal roots. Okay, let's have another example. So for example, we're going to find the discriminant and nature of roots of this quadratic function. So first step is for us to find the discriminant of this quadratic function by identifying our a, b, and c. So let's identify. Our a is -3, our b is 5, and c is -9. So let's substitute the values of a, b, and c to the formula of our discriminant, b squared minus 4ac. So let's substitute and then simplify. We will have 25 minus 108. Then combine like terms, we will have our discriminant is -83. So let's identify if it is greater than 0, equal to 0, or less than 0. Our discriminant is less than 0, therefore, we can now identify the nature of our roots. So we will have two imaginary roots that are unequal. Alright, okay, let's have our last example for today. So for example, we're going to find the discriminant and nature of roots of this quadratic function. So first step is for us to find the discriminant and we need to get the values of a, b, and c from our standard form. So our a is equal to 1, our b is equal to 12, and our c is equal to 36. Now let's substitute this to the formula of our discriminant, b squared minus 4ac. Then from there, we can now substitute, then simplify. We will have 144 minus 144. Combining like terms, our discriminant is equal to 0. Now that our discriminant is equal to 0, we can say that the nature of our roots will be one real number that is a rational number. We will have two equal roots. Alright, now that you already know how to solve for the discriminant and to characterize the nature of our roots, it is your turn to try it. Please click the link in our description box below in order for you to test your skills. That's it for today. Again, I'm Teacher Justin. Goodbye, God bless, and stay safe. See you on my next video. Peace!